The king of staying out of controversy, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, has caused quite a sit with his alleged involvement in the Maui Fires Scam, along with none other than the talk show boss lady herself, Oprah Winfrey. Looks like the billions of dollars he made off those blockbuster Fast and the Furious movies are draining out fast, as Dwayne has decided to downright scam people in the name of a devastating natural disaster. So what's the story behind this? Brace yourself as we reveal the jaw-dropping details behind this brand new scandal holding Hollywood in a chokehold these days. So how did it all start? Remember the video about the anemic fund of Maui aimed at putting money directly in the hands of the deserving? Turns out, to nobody's surprise, it was a well-orchestrated scam Oprah and Dwayne planned to rip people off their hard-earned money. People were quick to notice and criticize the sheer audacity it takes for a billionaire and multimillionaire to ask the common folk to deep into their pockets for funds. Considering the fact that these celebrities make way more than an average man and spending millions of dollars on luxury items without a second thought, shouldn't they be the ones making sizable donations instead of throwing the ball into the public court? It's one thing being ignorant, but it's an entirely different thing being this tone deaf that you have to request your fans who can barely make ends meet these days. Let's be clear, establishing a people's fund isn't inherently a bad idea, as it can be helping of the underprivileged in times of needs. But it's the dynamics of the situation and the booming financial status of those behind this ridiculous money-making scheme that's creeping everyone out. If Oprah and Dwayne claim to stand in unity with these people, why are they choosing to turn a blind eye to the rising inflations and people's inability to put food on the table for their loved ones? This makes us think that the two might have some personal gains in mind when setting up this scheme. The only help Oprah Winfrey was able to extend to the victims of the fire, despite being filthy rich, was to donate a limited number of blankets to local community members. She was dragged through the mud for asking for prompting her followers to donate $1 million while barely contributing a few measly hundred. One fan on TikTok pointed out how Oprah's behavior displays a pinnacle of narcissism that has so far only been described in books. If push comes to shove, Oprah would be amongst the very first people to turn her back on these fake philanthropic notions she openly embraces right now. Her inability to comprehend the seriousness of the victim situation is laughable at this point. The fan also pointed out that Oprah might have a sinister motive behind all of this, and she's covering up the mess by presenting herself as the modern age Mother Teresa she clearly isn't. Now, here's where things get interesting. Oprah is allegedly known to own a few acres of land in the Maui district. The fact that the entire area suffered the after effects of a raging fire, but her land mysteriously remained in perfect condition, it's what's getting the gossip churning. Sources say that Winfrey recently purchased a whopping 200 acres of land on the island in March 2023. The transaction was made under Winfrey's Los Angeles-based establishment called Harper Inc. The two properties leased under the deed were rumored to be worth around $6 million combined and remained untouched by the recent fires. What's boiling everyone's blood is how this isn't a one-time occurrence for Winfrey. Remember the devastating fires that wreaked havoc near her Montecito home? Despite being in close vicinity to the affected area, her residence remained in pristine condition and didn't suffer as much as a single scratch on the wall. Oprah's real estate portfolio seems to draw significant attention these days, as people are realizing that she's very strategic in property and land diversification. If she owns more than 2,000 acres of land all over the Maui Islands, but her estates always seem to be away from the source of raging fires. As for Dwayne Johnson and the role he had to play in all this, the dude has always been a huge fan of Hollywood elites and loves promoting their agendas no matter how questionable they are. Not only did The Rock extend his unbridled support to Joe Biden's horrible visions, but he also worked to expand his word and was found to have a connection with crimes committed against children and minors. By the looks of it, The Rock seems to support anything as long as he's getting his due benefits, so it's no wonder he was seen filming a video alongside Oprah urging his followers to contribute towards the lofty cause. And with that, we have reached the end of the video. Make sure to catch us in the next one. Until then, goodbye.